Evil cops operate with a sense of invincibility, but what happens when they are caught red-handed in their dirty acts? Here are 4 times when evil cops realized they've been caught.
So it says, thank you for coming voluntarily to, and then we'll go ahead and just put the admin office.
Okay.
All right. Oh, and of course, you know about body worn. So yeah, this is my body worn. Of course, it audio and video records everything. And there's also an audio recorder here just in case.
Okay.
Office at Central Jail.
In April 2020, it came to the attention of San Diego County Crime Stoppers that a man was engaging in sexual acts with a juvenile. This man was Jalen Fleer, a fellow police officer. He was immediately brought in for questioning, even though he didn't know what for.
So, of course, I've done my research and investigations and everything, so I've learned a little bit about you, but I'd like to learn a little bit more, if that's okay. I found that you went to Santana High School?
I did, yes.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your upbringing?
Yeah, so grew up Santana High School, played sports, football, baseball. Went to Grossmont College for a little bit, played baseball there. And I got a job here. Worked at Dick's Sporting Goods before this, so this is my second job.
Okay.
Started working with this department for coming up on 5 years now.
Okay. So baseball seemed pretty important to you back in high
baseball's
school?
fun, yeah.
What position?
Pitcher.
Cool. How's your arm holding up?
I mean, soreness every once in a while, but I haven't thrown for a while. So.
Yeah, no, it still kills me. So, I don't know, do you have any questions for me before I kind of...
I will ask what this is about.
Yeah, so we're looking into some allegations that were made. We're kind of, it started with a Crime Stopper report, so we're just kind of going from there. We did receive a picture that, you know, when we looked into it, it looks similar to you. So I don't know if you can take a look at the picture and just tell me if you've seen this picture before. Oh, I have like 15 million things here. Okay. Whoop. So this picture right here.
Yeah, that's definitely me. I went to Grossmont.
Okay. So this picture right here, how old were you when it was taken?
I don't know, 20.
20? Okay. Have you ever used this picture on any social media site?
I think it was Snapchat back in the day, yeah.
Okay. All right. Have you ever shared this picture with anybody on Snapchat?
Yeah, probably my wife, to be honest. I mean, obviously I talked to other girls back in the day too, but I can't remember.
Okay. If you had to guesstimate how many times you may have shared the photo, how many times?
So that one, maybe just a couple times, once or twice.
Okay. So definitely to your wife.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've used that photo for your wife, and you were about 20 years old in the photo. You did share it on Snapchat, and then maybe some other girls you were talking to?
Fleer's body language, as soon as he discovered what he had been brought in for, was very telling. He sat up and his facial expressions became increasingly tense, but he wasn't going to give up that easily.
This photo came up in connection with some allegations about you communicating with a younger female on Snapchat.
Okay.
Have you ever communicated with any females that we've already recognized that yes you have with your recruit from the past? Is there anyone else you've communicated with on Snapchat?
I mean, back then, no, just close friends and coworkers and stuff like that.
Anyone recently?
No.
So right now, and I'll go over the behavior with you, we're investigating allegations that were made that you were communicating with a younger female on Snapchat and potentially some material might have been shared.
Okay.
Some photos, some images, stuff like that. So we, of course, want to be able to hear what happened from your side, if that in fact did occur, or if it didn't occur, we want to obviously
Everyone that I talked to, I mean, was about my age, I remember.
Okay. Who have you talked to?
My wife. I mean, this was back then when I had Tinder, so I did meet people on Tinder and stuff. But everyone should have been older than that to know of, because Tinder's 18 and up.
Okay. Did you ever meet up with anyone that you met on Tinder?
On Tinder? My ex-girlfriend, yeah. And we dated for like 3 years.
So this particular picture came from an account with this username, right? J178211.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I recognize that your jersey name in college was 17.
Yes, it was.
And then high school was 82, and it was 11. In 2011?
I never had 11.
No, as far as you graduated in 2011.
I did, yeah.
And it goes by Jay, and it is a Snapchat account that has some links to you.
Okay.
Okay. Jay, I'll be very honest, I want to know the truth.
Yeah, no, I never even heard of that account.
Okay. Have you ever shared any images of your penis with anyone?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many times would you say you've done that?
A lot.
Can you kind of explain that a little bit more to me?
I mean, my wife, my ex-girlfriend, back in the day, Tinder and stuff, yeah. I mean, I'm sure you know how Tinder is. High school, even, junior high.
Did you ever share any videos of you having sex with anyone?
With anyone? No. I've always had personal videos of me and my wife. That was it.
Using a combination of smart investigation techniques and a bubbly personality, the interrogating officers got quite the amount of information from Fleer, even though he hadn't been obliged to give it to her. Around the end of the session, she slammed him with a piece of news he never saw coming.
This is a search warrant that was granted this afternoon by a judge.
Okay.
The warrant does allow us to grab some DNA swabs from you.
Okay.
As well as any mobile devices that might be in your possession or potentially in your locker.
The search warrants granted the cops access to a truckload of evidence, and Fleer was left with no choice but to turn himself in. He was charged with 20 felonies and sentenced to 12 years in prison. A sentence which makes the next one look like child's play.
Stay in your vehicle. Back in your car.
I'm
Drunk?
no, I'm the captain.
Huh? A what?
Captain.
Of what? The big. Don't reach in your pocket. Get back in your car. 116 show me 1060 on Henry Lincoln Edward 497. Have a seat.
I will. I'm not.
You been drinking tonight?
I just got a ride.
You been drinking tonight, sir?
I'm a captain on the police department.
What police department?
Oklahoma City.
What division?
Investigations.
What are you doing pulling in here?
My mom and I stay here.
You been drinking? How much we had to drink tonight, sir?
Please.
Huh? I'm not turning my camera off.
Okay.
Go ahead and step out of the vehicle. You gotta be kidding me.
Unless the words captain and drunk are synonymous, it is clear that the first words out of this man's mouth are those of corruption. This is James French, a captain of a police department in Oklahoma City. He was pulled over for drunk driving and immediately resorted to the use of power to drive away the consequences of his actions. Imagine staring straight at the camera while asking the officer to turn it off. Unfortunately for him, he met an upstanding police officer who wasn't a fan of favoritism.
Yeah, we're not gonna get a return on it. How much we drink tonight, sir?
I was at a poker game.
Uh-huh. Because you were swerving all over me when you turn off here, you didn't use your signal.
I'm sorry.
How much you drink at your poker game?
Not much.
Not much? How much is not much?
I don't know.
Beer? Liquor? How
Beer.
many beers?
3 or 4.
3 or 4? How long ago was that?
It's been going on a while.
How long ago did you drink your last beer, sir?
What time is it now?
It's 0140.
Midnight.
You think you should drive it?
No, but I came from 4 blocks.
Your mom lives here.
I live here.
You live here.
Yes.
Come over to the rear of your vehicle.
Okay.
You got any weapons or anything on you?
I do not, sir.
turn around, I'm going to pat you down real quick.
Go ahead. Do what you need to do. I promise you I'm not a problem.
Okay.
Can I shut my door?
I'll shut it for you. Look straight ahead. You see the tip of my pin, sir?
I do.
I want you to follow the tip of my pin without moving your head, okay? Don't move your head, sir. I'm going to demonstrate for you first. While I'm demonstrating, I want you to stand with your feet together, hands down by your side, just like this. All right, sir? What's your name?
Matt French.
Matt French. Mr. French, stand just like that for me.
Okay.
When I tell you to begin, okay, I'm just going to demonstrate for you first. I want you to pick a foot of your choosing. It doesn't matter if it's your left or your right foot.
I'm familiar.
And I want you to lift it approximately 6 inches off the ground. And while you look at your toe, I want you to count by 1,000s, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, so on and so forth until I tell you to stop. At any point in time you lose your balance or your foot touches the ground, just go ahead and pick your foot back up and continue to count, okay? Do you understand these instructions I've explained to you, Mr. French? You may begin.
1,000.
Keep
Sir,
going.
can you turn that off?
I cannot, sir.
Please.
I know you're aware of our body cam policy. You know I cannot turn off this body camera.
I do, but I'd like to talk to you.
I can't do that, sir.
Please. Please. I'd like to talk to you.
Well, are you going to do the test or not?
Will you please talk to me?
I'll talk to you once we're
You
done.
can turn it off, you can turn it on.
I can turn it off once I'm done with my investigation, sir.
Okay. I'm asking you. I'm a captain on this police department.
I understand that, sir.
I get
And
that.
I am a sergeant on this police officer, and
I
I've
am
taken
not-
an oath to uphold the law.
I
don't show
not-
favoritism to anyone, regardless. I don't care if you're a gangbanger or the president of the United States.
Sir, I'm not asking you for that.
If I was to treat you differently than I was to treat like some Southside loco or some pedo, how's that look on me?
Okay, I'm not asking you for that.
Because I wouldn't do that for any of them.
French tried again to get the cop to turn his camera off. The officer, however, put him right in his place by telling him that he wouldn't, and even giving him reasons. Eventually, the captain had to give up and go quietly to face his punishment.
All right, you may begin.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sir, please. Please. I'm asking you.
I can't do that.
Okay.
So we're not going to do the test?
We will.
Okay, because you keep stopping.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, go ahead and turn around for me. Put your hands behind your back.
Are you gonna arrest me, sir?
Yes, I am.
Can I talk to you?
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back, sir.
Can we turn the camera off now?
Yeah, we'll turn the camera off now.
Thank you.
After the sobriety tests were completed, French was taken to jail. He was subsequently suspended and charged with DUI. The charge would only cost him some money and probably some months in jail. This is nothing compared to what this next cop will have to face, an appropriate punishment for the level of his crime.
So tell me, Mike, you guys flew out of Tulsa?
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City, okay. And to Pensacola?
Yep.
Was it a direct flight?
Nope.
Where'd you guys stop?
Houston.
Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a long layover or just a...
Short, pretty short.
So from Houston to Pensacola?
Yep.
What time did you guys get in?
I don't don't even remember. Afternoon sometime.
Did you guys get to run a car?
Yes.
Enterprise or?
I think it was Enterprise.
All right, and then from there?
We got to the hotel and that's it.
You got to the hotel. Did you guys make any stops anywhere? Or?
Nope.
Who checked in the hotel?
I'm sorry.
Who checked in?
Lucky and I.
Okay. Was the room under Lucky's name or was it you?
I think it was Lucky's name. Yeah.
All right. Did you guys go out or anywhere to eat or?
Yeah, we went to Crabs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any problems or anything going on at Crabs? Just normal dinner or what?
It's normal.
Any drinks there or just dining with?
A couple beers. Yeah.
And I guess from where Crabs is to the hotel, just walked.
Yeah, it's not very far. Yeah, it's just right there.
Was it a early dinner, late dinner, or what?
Pretty early. It was, I don't even think it was dark yet.
All right. And tell me what you guys did once you got back to the hotel.
That's about it. Just watched football game.
This is Michael Neely, a police officer who was found in a hotel room sitting on top of his police chief's dead body. The problem here is that he seemed to be as oblivious of this fact as a stranger might have been. Can we blame it on the alcohol, or was he simply pretending?
Do you remember hotel staff or hotel employee coming up and telling you guys to keep it down?
I don't remember that.
So what is the last thing you remember as far as that evening up until the football game?
Well, I mean, I know you're asking me questions, but can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Okay, homicide. Who is dead?
Lucky's dead.
Lucky is dead.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Even more shocking is Neely's reaction to the ultimate reveal. Imagine being told that your police chief is dead and your response is to cough aggressively and give a half-hearted HM. Sounds suspicious, doesn't it?
So we're trying to figure out what happened to Lucky.
I guess I probably don't have anything else to say then. I've got nothing to say to you.
All right, sir.
Okay.
Did you advise him what he was charged with?
No, Michael, you've been charged with second-degree murder.
Okay. I had no idea what I was being charged with.
Yeah, you're being charged with second-degree murder, and you're fixing to be booked in the Escambia County Jail with no bond. And we've already notified your wife,
Okay.
Lucky's wife, and
And Lucky's the victim,
Yes.
I'm assuming.
yes,
Okay.
and we've notified y'all's department
Okay.
and the task force head.
Okay.
You have any questions for us?
I mean, I've got 1,000 of them, but I mean, really doesn't make it.
Well, I mean, sure it does. I mean, if you want to talk, we'll sit here and listen to you talk. I mean, we'd love to know what the heck happened. But I mean, that's up to you. I mean, we'll answer your questions, in return. So
I would love to know what happened too.
Well, I mean, do you want to continue to talk to us? If you do, then I mean, we'll tell you what happened.
I mean, I would love. I would like to know what happened. Because I'm telling you, I don't have any memory of any of this shit, and I'm shocked that Lucky's dead. I mean, it's shocking. Tell you that. Maybe it could jog my memory. I have no idea. But I don't know.
Do you want to continue talking to us?
Yeah, I mean, I'll continue to talk. I'd like to know what happened. I mean, if you'll tell me what happened, that'd be great.
Okay.
At this point, one might start to believe Neely's non-existent memory of the night before, as he looked to be genuinely confused. The interrogating officers then did him the favor of giving him the story.
Well, we'll continue this interview with you. It's like I'm trying to get you to figure out what's the last thing you remember. And if the last thing you remember was watching football, do you remember drinking?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you drinking the vodka?
Yeah, I drank some vodka. Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to figure out if you stopped anywhere, because there was a bottle of vodka in the refrigerator. So,
Okay.
like I said, we've all flown on airplanes, and we know you can't carry.
Yeah, that was before dinner. I think that was either before dinner or right after dinner. Lucky bought that vodka. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because I know being out there's that liquor store right, probably to the front and to the right of, the hotel.
Yep.
So. Well, the first call came a little bit after 6, I believe. One of the guys at the room next to you didn't say you guys were arguing, just being loud, just laughing, yelling. Probably maintenance or security came up, knocked on your door. Lucky answered it. The guy said, "Can you guys keep it down? We got a noise complaint." He said, "Fine, we'll keep it down." Okay. So the next noise complaint came out about 9 minutes till 10 in the evening. This one was from the other neighbor, because the one beside you, the first complainant, they moved his room because you guys were continuing just to be loud. Nothing out of sorts, just being loud. This time he can't get anybody to come to the door. All he hears, he's knocking. He hears just grumbling, grunting, uses his card to get in, walks in, and you remember the room layout. There's 2 queen beds. Lucky is on the ground between the bed and the wall. You are sitting on his chest. His face is beaten, and he tells you, "Get off of him, get off of him," pulls you off of him. You go on the bed, roll off the bed, fall on your face, and that's where the nose and the lip get busted. And Lucky's unresponsive.
Okay.
The statement that was given by the second noise complaint could hear a male saying, "Mike, stop, Mike, stop," and then it just went quiet.
Did you have any kind of animosity or anything like that towards Lucky?
Not at all. No.
Have you ever had a violent outburst or anything like that before when you were drinking?
No.
Anybody ever told you that you got violent when you drank?
No. Yeah, I can't believe it.
There's a lot of people, like I said, y'all's commander down in your unit said you guys were practically brothers.
Yes.
He was 1 and you were 2.
Huh.
Given that Neely and the victim were close, one may never know what truly happened in the hotel room. However, despite not remembering what happened on the night of the homicide, every piece of evidence pointed to Neely. He was subsequently taken to jail and eventually sentenced to life in prison. While Neely accepted his fate as solemnly as quickly as possible, here's an evil cop who tried her hardest to fight her way out.
I don't want to talk about this in the squadron because I don't know who people are listening.
That's true.
And if we go to my side, everybody's always wondering what everybody else is doing.
No problem.
Okay. But like we're talking about being busy and stuff, we've been assigned a case that we've been looking at.
Okay.
It's a new case, and reviewing the case, there's some notes to see as far as your name being mentioned.
Okay.
Do you know John Rutten?
John Bruton. John Rutten?
Rutten.
In 1986, a woman named Sherry Rasmussen was murdered in what was considered to be a robbery gone wrong. 23 years later, however, the case was reopened and a DNA test pointed to a police officer as a chief suspect. This officer was Stephanie Lazarus, and she was tactically brought in for questioning by her colleagues.
Right.
Oh yeah, I went to school with him.
You did?
Yeah.
How long did you know him?
Gosh, I went to school in, let's see, went to UCLA in 1978 I started, and, met him at school at the dorms.
Mm-hmm. Were you guys friends, close friends?
Yeah, we're very close friends. I mean, what's this all about?
Well, it's a case we're working on. It involves John, and in there, some of the statements we reviewed, there's notes and stuff that he knew you and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, we good friends. Lived in the dorms I lived in the dorms for 2 years.
You guys lived in the same dorm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Dykstra.
Okay. Were you guys just friends or anything else, or?
Yeah, we were good friends.
Yeah. Was there ever any relationship or anything that developed between you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we dated. I mean, what's this all about?
Stephanie started to feel uncomfortable as the conversation progressed. One might say she could sense that her time was up. Sherry Rasmussen was the wife of her one-time boyfriend. Could that have been a motive for the murder?
Well, it's relating to his wife.
Okay.
Okay. Did you know her?
Not really. I mean, I knew that he got married years ago.
Did you ever meet her?
God, I don't know.
Do you know who she was or anything?
Well, let me think. God, it's been a long time ago. I may have met her. Geez.
Yeah. Well, let me see. Let me ask you. You said you dated John. How long did you guys date?
I mean, what are you guys? Is this something? I mean, you said I was going to interview somebody about art, and how you guys are.
Here's
I mean,
Stephanie. Here's the situation. Is basically, we knew that this when we saw this in this chrono that maybe there was some relationship there. That's what the chrono seemed to indicate, and we didn't want to come up to you at your desk and ask those kinds of questions or do anything. You know how up there people can see what's going on if you go into an interview room or people are in there getting supplies.
Okay.
So we wanted to afford you some privacy, some confidentiality to talk about this because we thought it might be, something, you're married to someone else, obviously, and so forth, and that you may not want to, talk about these things in that setting where someone, we don't want the rumor mill or gossip or any of that kind of stuff
I mean,
to start.
that's fine. I mean,
so we did this just as a means to try and speak to you in just a confidential place where where your business isn't out there for other people and your division to know about.
God, that's been a million years ago. I mean, what year is it now? 2009? I mean, I graduated in 82. 82, yeah. We dated. I dated other guys. I'm sure he dated other girls.
Well, let me ask you, roughly how long would you say you guys dated?
Oh, jeez. I couldn't even say. I mean, I started school there in 78. I started UCLA in 1978. I graduated in 82. I don't even remember what year he graduated, if it was a year or two before me.
Okay.
I think he was a little bit older than I was. I mean, I can't remember if he was born, let's say I'm born in 1960. I don't know if he was born in 58 or 59. I mean,
Stephanie cooperated for a while, but began to feel uncomfortable again and decided to confront the interrogators. She was getting defensive.
I mean, if you guys are claiming that I'm a suspect, then I got a problem with that.
Okay.
Okay? So, if you're doing this as an interrogation, you're saying, hey, I'm a suspect. Well, now I got a problem with, now you're accusing me of this? Is that what you're saying?
We're trying to figure out what happened, Stephanie.
Well, I'm just saying, do I need to get a lawyer if you're accusing me of this? You
don't have to. I mean, you're here of your own free will. I mean,
I know, but
you're not under arrest. You can walk out.
You can leave whenever you like.
Well, but I'm trying to give you some background of how I knew him, and now you're telling me that somebody's saying that we had this big old fight, and I don't even know what you're talking about. And I don't want to get in trouble for something that I didn't even do, or you're saying I did something.
Okay.
Yeah, we understand.
I mean, how would you guys like it if the tables were turned on you?
I understand. No.
No, that's what we're telling you. I mean, you're free to go whenever you want. If this makes you uncomfortable and you want to,
Well, now you're starting to make me uncomfortable.
Despite all efforts to thwart the investigation, Stephanie was eventually handcuffed and taken to jail. She was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to 27 years in prison. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments section and don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.